This is Abe Friedtanzer from Awards Radar, and I'm so thrilled to be speaking with Tituss Burgess about Schmigadoon. How are you, Titus?
I'm fantastic. How are you doing?
Good, good. Your orange suit on the red carpet inspired me to wear an orange sweater today, but I see you've gone back to, is that red?
It's red. It's red. Yeah.
Hmm. That's fine. It's Zoom. We don't need anything fancy over here. That's
Okay.
fine. So how was the screening? What was it like to see people get to see the show in person?
It's so interesting. You think you know a show, you think you know a project, but like how audiences consume it gives it a whole other personality. You know what I mean? So it was lovely to sort of watch it with people and watch people watch it to see what it. And also, I didn't realize, you never really know like what shows mean to people. You know what I mean? Like you're there on set and you're doing your song and you're doing your lines and such, but how deep things run for a group of people, you can never measure it. And last night was a glimpse into what this show kind of means to a lot of people, and it was beautiful and lovely. And I have a newfound hunger to continue to create content in the likeness of Schmigadoon, and gratitude for Schmigadoon, so that we can deliver it to people who want it. And it was just lovely. You know what I mean?
I like that. How did they
Yeah.
respond to the narrator? Booze and frustration?
No, they liked it. They I think all a part of all of us kind of enjoys the Schadenfreude of it all, right? Um, um, just watching Josh and Melissa, you know, walk right into traps, that the narrator sets. I think all of us wish we kind of had that sort of power to not so much harm or cause harm, but manipulate situations in real time. And so it's good fun, if you will.
You said last night that you're not nearly as flashy as the characters that you always play, but why is it that you keep playing these? I mean, I guess you're just a very good actor. You keep
Well,
playing all
no,
these,
I really don't know, friend. Hmm, I don't know. I I suspect I, I don't know. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to. I'm grateful that people want to see me at all. So I'm not so much concerned. The fact that this is how people wish to consume me isn't problematic. I just find it interesting that this is how people wish to consume me, knowing what I know about myself. You know what I mean?
no. Were
Okay.
you a fan of this show before you came on?
Oh yeah, yeah, of course. Um, and of all of Cinco's stuff, like I mean, like this man is a genius composer, a genius lyricist, and he knows actors and cares about actors in a way that not many showrunners seem to have an in to. And for those reasons, I was going to always sign on. It was always going to be a yes. Uh, it's an honor to work with someone who's that gentle and that generous and that specific. Like it doesn't. Rarely do you get all of those things rolled up into one. So it's an honor.
I feel like the show in season two had some really fun costumes, but you don't get to experience them quite as much as the rest of the cast.
No, and I'm okay with that. Put me in one thing that is fine. I'm fine with that. Less is more.
Another part of your on-screen persona, I think back to Kimmy Schmidt and just Titus's wardrobe was one of the zaniest things about one of the zaniest shows I've ever seen.
Yeah, I will say the wardrobe in general, like more than uh, uh, most of the time, informs, if not enhances, to a degree that is undeniable, how you play something, how you sit, how you walk, how you stand. It is so much a part of um, how people perceive you and receive you, and so much of of our jobs are often done for us. You know, you just show up and you put on the costume and the hair and the makeup and you got the lines. You know, if it's a good script and if everyone's firing on all cylinders, your job isn't that hard. And that's not to say a great deal of effort doesn't go into making it look easy. Your job is not made harder.
And though you're not together that much, what is it like to work with Jane Krakowski again?
So I see Jane all the time. Unbeknownst to the rest of the world, we are always seem to be working on something. I mean, there's not been a huge gap between Kimmy ending and now. So it was just like seeing my sister again. You know what I mean? Like it just, you know, we've Jane and I have a shorthand that works very well for all the things that we do and sort of delight in each other's wicked sense of humor. And it is a relationship built on trust and love. And I suspect we'll be doing a lot more things together. And it's always a treat though to look at the call sheet like, I didn't know she was gonna be here, or I didn't know she's gonna be doing this. But she's not left my side and I've not left hers.
That's really great. Do you have any favorite or most challenging, successful scenes that you filmed over the course of this season?
Well, the whole thing was challenging. I was going through a breakup from my partner of 10 years. I've not even watched it. I don't want to revisit the energy. It was very dark and very dense and difficult to navigate. So all of it. I do have some favorite moments though. I'm a huge fan of Kristen Chenoweth, who is a friend of mine now. And actually, well, no, I won't tell you that. That is hers to tell. But so my first Broadway show that I saw was Your Good Man, Charlie Brown. And I just remember thinking, God, if I could just meet this woman one day, you know, let alone, I don't even know that I dreamed up working with her. I think I just wanted to meet her, meet Kristen, and to get close to that thing that she does, that she's able to conjure. And I'll never forget, I was staying with my best friend at the time who lived in Queens. I don't know if you've spent a lot of time in New York, but there's the NRQ train. They're the yellow and green-ish lines or whatever.
Used to be the W also, yeah.
Yes, exactly. Well, I got on the R. I was supposed to be on the W, and ended up deep in Queens with only my Walkman or my Discman, listening to the soundtrack of Your Good Man, Charlie Brown, wandering around. And there's like a Burger King and a Dunkin' Donuts on like every other corner. So just when I thought I was getting home, I was only getting further away from where I was going. So that was a nightmare. Why am I telling you that? Well, I just remember thinking, well, I have Kristen's voice to calm me down. Cut to getting on set, and I had this one scene where I set up Melissa's character, or Cecily's character, Melissa, and Kristen is about to deliver, I think it's not Worst Pies in London, but our version of that. And I just remember telling production that I wanted to stay later because I had wrapped, just so that I could watch her film. And it was the most magical moment. Because I'm hearing myself back. Do you hear that? Oh, okay. Because it was like the universe sort of having spent most of the summer lost in my emotions and likening it to being lost in Queens. It was only her voice that centered me. And so I found myself once again centered by her in a way that she was unaware that she was doing for me. So it's a lovely kiss from the universe.
Wonderful. I didn't do much theater after high school, but I think in eighth grade, I played Schroeder in Charlie Brown. So that's
Nice.
we could have been, you could have been interviewing me. Different life had gone differently, you know.
I love it. I
Un-
love it.
Unlikely. Do you have plans to return to the stage at any point in the near future?
I am chatting with a very famous composer about a project that never made it to Broadway, but would be considered a revival. Um, I desperately want to be back. I feel, hmm, I feel able to carry a show in a way that I don't think I was equipped to do since my last stint on Broadway, which was now, what, 13 years ago? Which is wild to say, because that was that's the whole reason I was in New York. And anyways, to sort of talk about it, given that my life has gone into such a different direction, feels altogether strange. But I desperately want to be back because I miss the immediacy and that relationship. That it's like speed dating. It's 8 times a week, and I miss the information that I learn about myself and I learn about people, and I desperately wish to watch people be transformed in 2 hours. I miss that feeling, and I miss being a part of that transformation. So hopefully, yes. I also wrote something that's coming to Broadway. Well, so what they tell me. I wrote The Preacher's Wife, which is based on the movie of the same name. We have our world premiere in Atlanta at the Alliance Theater in spring 24. So one of them will show up first. I'm not sure, me or it, but I'll be there in some kind of way.
Awesome. And if there's a third season of Schmigadoon, is this something you'd want to return to do more of?
Oh, I would get in a car if Cinco were only directing traffic. So yeah. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, I hope we'll see that. I hope we'll see that soon, and I wish you luck with all of your Broadway projects.
Thank you, Abe. It was lovely to talk to you.
You too. Take care.